Hello and good morning, everyone. It is about 5:50 Thursday morning, and I'm finally at a track. I've been desperately trying to find a track that was unlocked and open to the public, and the one that I've usually have been going to recently got vandalized, so now it's closed to the public. And I've been to like 3 other high schools in the area with no luck. And I was starting to get really frustrated because today's workout needs to be on a track. It's a warm-up followed by some strides and then a 1 mile time trial and then some other stuff afterwards, some other repeats. But I feel like the 1 mile time trial, in order for me to perform my best in it, it has to be on a track. It has to be flat, and I'd really like to use my spikes for it. So today we are going to be seeing how fast I can run a mile after many, many years of not trying to run my fastest mile. I think the last time I ran a mile for time was in college, and it was on a really skinny, short, narrow track. And so I don't even remember what I got, but I don't think it was a very good time. So we'll see if I can film on the track. There is someone else there right now, so depending on what they're down with, I may or may not get any footage of the workout, but we'll see. Wish me luck!
So instead of playing music in the background, I'm going to talk through this mile with you because things did not necessarily go according to plan. So my strategy going into this mile was to pace the first 800 at about 6:30 pace, which is what I did. I was successful in doing that, but what I was unsuccessful at, which you'll hear a little bit later in my recap of the mile, was staying on my 2 feet for the entire mile. This first lap went pretty well. I would say I was maybe a little bit faster than the pace that I was going for, and I was kind of surprised at how challenging the pace felt, which was a little nerve-wracking considering I was only a quarter of the way through this mile. Here's where I fell, by the way. It was just out of frame. I thought maybe I would have captured it with my camera, but I did not, but the fall did occur between lap 1 and 2. I think I'm just not used to wearing spikes yet because it's been several years since I've consistently worn spikes, and so I'm not as used to having to clear spikes as I was in high school when I was wearing them all the time. So that was really fun. Also kind of embarrassing, but luckily the gentleman that was running on this track didn't actually see me fall, so it made me feel a little bit better about it, but it did hurt. I have scrapes on both of my hands, both of my thighs, my stomach, and then one on my hip bone, which if you look closely, you can see the redness on my thighs after the fall. I did end up getting back up and continuing to run. I thought about just quitting a couple times. But I had already woken up super early and gotten ready for this run, and it was going to happen. I had gone to so many tracks in an attempt to actually get this workout done. I was going to get this workout done to hell or high water. Hi guys, it's me again. So I forgot to put my film screen on my camera while I was filming this clip. So we're getting a voiceover today because the denoiser on this software is not amazing. Anyway, I was just recapping my time and the fact that I fell and got all scraped up. And yeah, I was kind of discouraged at this point. I'm not going to lie. I was happy with my time, but I was really annoyed that I fell right in the middle of this mile. I think I could have gone 6:15 without the fall, to be honest.
Alright everyone, the workout is done. My hair looks crazy because it's windy today, and my watch says that I ran that mile in 6:24:03. So I guess that's my new, well, probably not my new mile PR. I know I was like a 6-minute miler in high school, but we're gonna call it a PR because I want to, and I need a win after falling on the track today like an idiot. I just don't think I'm used to wearing spikes because I've only really worn them, like this is the second time I've worn them in many, many years. So I think I'm just not used to having to lift up my foot a little bit higher to clear the spikes. So that was really fun. But overall I went, I think about 7K. I don't know how many miles that is. But it was an okay workout. I didn't feel super great. I'm kind of bloated today and I didn't sleep amazing. So there's me just like piling on a couple sandbags as an excuse for why I fell. But I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna water my plants and shower, go to work. So thanks for coming to the track with me. Bye. Hi everyone, it's editing Haley a little bit later in the day, and I thought I would just sort of recap the last 5 weeks of training. I'm about halfway through my 10-week training plan for this 5K, and I don't know if I think I'm really going to be able to achieve my goal of under 21:47. I'm still gonna try, but my predicted 5K time actually increased after this workout, which was pretty disappointing. Normally after every workout it goes down a little bit, but for some reason, I don't know if it was my heart rate or what it was, but for some reason it jumped by like 10 seconds. And that was a little discouraging to see. So I'm kind of in my feels today. Just not really sure if this is something that I'm gonna be able to do or not. But the last time I tried to do this, I gave up and I stopped training for it. But I really am gonna try to persevere and to continue sticking to the training as closely as possible to hopefully, achieve my goal. But I'm sorry this isn't a very positive update, but it's just a realistic update. Things are not going super well with training, and I'm a little iffy on my ability to actually achieve my timed goal. But that's just reality. Not every goal that you set is going to be one that gets achieved. The last 3 years I've been racing, I think I've achieved every single race goal I've set out for. This one is the most aggressive goal I've ever set, which means it's going to be the hardest to achieve. So I'm not saying I can't get there. It's going to have to probably be perfect conditions and I'm going to have to feel really good in order to get there, but we'll see. I just thought I would update you since I'm halfway through this training block.